Yo guys, welcome to the GFSC podcast. This is a special World Cup edition of the podcast. Today on the show, I'm joined by Martin Golubowski as usual, and a big welcome back to Jack Dapson. Jack, how are you, man?
Yeah, good mate, thanks.
Are you looking forward to the World Cup?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, we've got some great content for you guys. Martin, do you want to tell the people what we've got coming up for them?
So we're gonna be covering predictions for 4 matches that you'll hear about. Then we'll do a Q&A, and at the end we'll predict the individual awards of the World Cup, who win what, and yeah, should be fun.
Alright, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so basically, guys, we're gonna do a little challenge between the three. Well, it's gonna be me, Martin, and versus guests. That's how we're gonna characterize it. Each week we'll predict some World Cup scores, and then so the scorings is gonna be 1 point for correct result, 3 points for a perfect result, and obviously 0 points if you get it completely wrong. So this week, the matches that we're going to predict are Russia versus Saudi Arabia, Portugal versus Spain, France versus Australia, and Poland versus Senegal. Right, so let's get started straight away then, guys. Russia versus Saudi Arabia. I'm going to say 2-1 to Russia. Martin?
Well, Russia, the home team, Saudi Arabia are probably the shittest team in the World Cup. So I'm gonna say actually 3-0 to Russia.
3-0 to Russia. Okay.
2-1 to Russia.
2-1 to Russia, yeah, so same as me. Right, so...
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, Portugal versus Spain. See, this is a hard one. Because obviously everyone listening to the podcast knows that the situation with Spain at the moment, them sacking their manager, Julian Lopetegui, who just been named Real Madrid manager, just one day before the World Cup. As this podcast goes out, it will be the day of the World Cup.
Yeah.
I've said from the start, personally, that I think Spain aren't going to do well at all in this World Cup.
So basically 2014.
Yeah, basically repeat. So, I'm going to say Portugal 2-0 for this one.
Fair prediction.
Okay, Martin?
I'm gonna say, actually, I thought the same. I'm gonna say 2-0 to Portugal as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please.
I'll go 2-1 to Portugal.
So that's a clean sweep on Portugal, and then everyone thinks Portugal.
Some people will be mad about this one.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Rip.
Well, if what we're saying happens, we might not even have a guest next week.
Oh fuck.
Our guest next week was meant to be well, I hope it still is Dana Garcia. So she said she's only coming on if Spain win. But we'll see how that goes. She's not coming
She
on.
might never come on at all.
Alright, next game is France versus Australia. Now, GFSC has a lot of Australians in the group. It was founded by an Australian, and there are quite a lot of Australians in the group, so that's the reason we picked this match, as many people are going to be keeping a close eye on this one. I think Australia have got quite a decent team. They've done well in friendly matches, but I think France will just be too strong for them. I'm going to say 3-1 to France. I think Australia will get a goal, but France will take this one 3-1.
Yeah. Australia, because they do have an okay team, and the group isn't the toughest. I think they actually have a decent chance of going through here.
Yeah.
And I am gonna say that they will lose this one, 2-0.
Okay.
But yeah, I do think they can go through. Hopefully.
Yeah, Jack.
Yeah, I'll go 4-1 France.
Thing is that Jack is an Australian citizen, officially, but Jack, where are you originally from, mate? You want to tell the people that don't know?
Yeah. Most of you probably do know, but yeah, I'm originally from England, so.
So, yeah, Jack's a huge England fan, so obviously he's gonna be rooting for England. Jack, do you have a soft spot for Australia at all?
Um, I wouldn't really say a soft spot. I've got a soft spot for certain players
Oh, okay, yeah,
that have
fair enough.
played. So
That's fair enough,
yeah.
man. Right, so the next game, I thought I'd pick it because it did seem like an interesting fixture. Poland versus Senegal. Um, thing is, I'm personally predicting both of these teams to go through in their group. I don't think Colombia will go through in their group. I think Senegal. I think Senegal will win this one, 1-0. I think they've got a very good team this year. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. So Senegal 1-0.
Yep. Good prediction. I also back Senegal. I think they'll win 2-1.
2-1. Yeah. Jack, what do you think?
I reckon it'd be a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. That's a fair prediction as well. I think quite in ability wise, Senegal probably have a better overall attack than Poland, but I don't know. Who do you think is the stronger team out of these two?
I'd probably agree with you slightly. Senegal.
Yeah, I think Senegal will edge it.
I reckon it'd be a good game though. One to
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah, that's gonna be looking forward to that one. Right. Okay, so let's move on to the next segment of the show. It's gonna be the question and answer Q&A. Thank you everybody for sending in your questions. Most of you sent in the same kind of questions. You were asking who's gonna be the top scorer, the top assists, etc. So we're just gonna put those all into one group, and we're gonna talk about that later. So we have chosen a few questions. First question is from Tariq Dalchi. I'm
The
sorry
best
if I said your name wrong, bro, but your question was brilliant, and I've got to read it out. So you say, who will be the biggest flop at the World Cup? Martin, there's no need for you to answer because I know you will say Dembele. But Martin, do you want to answer this?
Oh, fucking hell, obviously I want to answer this. So, I mean, Dembele. I've not talked about him for a month because we've not done this, but so many things have built up, and this World Cup, oh my god. If Didier Deschamps gets a hold of this podcast, he's not gonna ever pick Dembele again, trust me.
Martin's
This
tactical
little-
advice, yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna get into it too much right now, but Dembele will definitely be the biggest flop. He might not be if he doesn't play, and he probably won't play, and I hope he won't play. But if he does play, then he'll be the biggest flop. And if he does play, then France will probably barely get 2 goals this whole World Cup. I highly doubt that.
Jack, do you have anyone? That's an interesting view, Martin. I know loads of people in GFSC would disagree because a lot of them are
Who?
plastic Barca fans. So
Yeah, well, the ones that are in Plastic Barca fans and still back Dembele, retard of the week nominations all around.
Jack, do you have anyone in mind for this question? Who do you think will flop at the World Cup? A player, a certain player?
Dembele.
I don't really know anyone off the top of my head, to be honest.
Yeah, it's quite a tough. I can't really. I think I'm gonna say the Belgian team on a whole will be flops.
Same.
I don't think Lukaku
Yeah.
will deliver. I don't think Hazard will deliver. I don't think De Bruyne
They have
will
no
deliver.
chemistry.
Yeah.
No
Okay, if
chemistry.
we go that, maybe Hazard. I'll go Hazard then.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say probably De Bruyne.
I'm gonna say Raja Nainggolan alongside Dembele.
Poor cunt, man. He's gonna be sitting at home in his pajamas watching like the rest of us, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he half Japanese?
I don't know, man. He looks fucked up.
I
He looks like a shaved chicken.
Yeah. I think he'll support Japan then.
I don't know, what is he? Seriously, what is he?
I'm not sure. He might be alien.
One sec, I'm gonna
Raja
quickly
Nainggolan.
Google him.
Yeah, I'm googling right
Raja
now.
Nainggolan.
Indonesian Italian.
He looks Samoan. Alright, enough about that shaved chicken 9 goal. Let's move on to the next question. Could Salah's shoulder injury maybe cause him to underperform at the World Cup? I've seen that a fan grabbed his shoulder to take a picture and he looked in pain. This question's from John Hodgkiss. It's a really good question, John, so thank you for that, man. I think yeah, it could. People don't realize when you're running, your arms are really key in for balance. So when you're running, you need to use your arms for balance. I think if he can't get his balance right with his shoulder in pain, I think he will struggle to go on them darting through runs on through balls like he does. So I think yes, he will struggle.
That's like his biggest aspect too, like balance, agility. He really needed, and the pain. I don't know if anyone's had a shoulder injury, but I've had a bad one, and the pain is so excruciating.
Yeah, it is.
It's like it's really bad.
You don't realize how much you need to use your arms to when you're walking.
You don't realize until they start to hurt.
Yeah.
Then you actually realize. And this fan is a fucking idiot. He's an idiot. I don't know who.
Oh, look, Mohammed Salah. I want to picture with you, my friend.
Yeah, man.
Jack,
Stupid.
do you think the same?
Yeah, I think it will.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So,
And I definitely agree.
Yeah. The thing is, also imagine someone goes shoulder to shoulder with him, which, as a winger, it's gonna happen a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Shoulder to shoulder, imagine that, and then he's just gonna be out. So I don't know how good his recovery is at the moment. I'm sure he's gonna miss the first game, but if someone does go shoulder to shoulder with him, he might excruciate that injury. So
it'll be his weaker side, and the defenders will definitely make use of that.
They will pick up on it. They're going to be told to target that as well. Manager's going to say go shoulder to shoulder with Salah. They're not going to give a damn.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't if I was a defender. I would go shoulder to shoulder. So for sure they use that.
Of course, if I was a defender, I would go shoulder to shoulder as well. You just would.
Yeah, exactly. If there's an easy way to stop a machine like Salah, then you exploit it.
Exactly. Alright, so that's a good question. He's got another question, John Hodgkiss. This is a good one. Was dropping Sané an L for Germany? So, was dropping Sané a bad idea? I'll start this one off. I wouldn't say it's the biggest disaster in the world, because look at Germany's squad. They're expected to do well anyway. It would have been good for maybe depth. I don't think he would have necessarily obviously started anyway if he was picked. He just would have been that extra option coming off the bench if they needed a little bit of pace.
Okay, then who would start instead of Sané?
Well, how do Germany play?
Well, I think the biggest drop-off of this World Cup, and I do think it's a big disaster for Germany, because you can't pick Julian Brandt, who scored who made 12 goals and 7 assists, or the other way around.
I agree. I personally agree that he should have gone over him. But the question was, is it an L for Germany?
Yeah, it's an L because Germany, we touched on this a little before the podcast, that Germany has no creativity.
Yeah.
Don't have too much pace in the attack, and I don't expect Royce to play like he did in that 2012-13 World Cup. Champions League.
Royce isn't going to start. They're most likely going to go play that 4-2-3-1 formation, and obviously Sané would fit into that. But they'll probably start with Werner up front. Actually, Royce probably will play as Cam, but then you'd probably put Draxler on that left side.
Would you take Royce, who scored 7 goals and an assist? He's barely played over the last few years.
And I agree he should have gone, but personally, I don't think it's a disaster for Germany. They should have, because it would have been good for them for extra depth for that extra edition coming on. But I just don't think it's gonna affect them. Personally.
Yeah, I would personally. I would start Sané for Germany, because Germany don't have those type of players. I think Germany plays boring, and I think Sané could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he probably should have gone, but in saying that, as has been said, look at Germany's squad. I don't think they're going to lose too much without him.
Yeah, I still, well, me personally, I'm still thinking Germany can go and win the whole thing.
Yeah,
That's just
they
my
might.
opinion. All right,
All
so
right, just this one question
yeah,
came to my mind. The best German player over the last season, who do you think it is?
probably
On top of your head.
yeah, it is Sané, but the thing is, then
Well,
that's the thing. It's
you
messed
can't
up.
look past that.
Previous German teams you've looked at and you've thought, oh, it's not that amazing, but they're still going to win it. Do you know what I mean? They
Yeah.
still
I
have
think it's the mentality they
it's
have
the
that wins it for
mentality they
them.
have. That's why,
Kind of like Real Madrid in the
yeah,
Champions League.
that's why they're not worried.
Maybe,
Yeah.
but
So see,
whatever.
that was an interesting discussion. So John, that was a brilliant question, man. Cheers for that.
Yep.
So last question, Daniel Axon. He says, how far will Uruguay go in the World Cup? Jack, do you want to start us off on this?
Yeah. Just give me 2 seconds. I just want to actually look who's in their group.
Yep.
Where are we?
I think their group is it? Are they Group A?
Egypt,
Yeah,
Russia, Russia, and Saudi Arabia, I think.
Okay, yeah. I reckon. I think they'll go through. I think they'll probably top that.
Yeah.
And
I mean, we're gonna like. Do you have any specific? Do you think they're just too strong for that group, Jack?
yeah, I think they're just too strong, and you see the caliber of players they've got compared to
Yeah.
the other sides. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they'll probably get to the quarters, and then from there, you just never know.
Yeah. True. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say the same. I think they're probably going to top their group as well. I think they just are too strong for that group. I mean, their attack
True.
is amazing. Their midfield is decent, very decent. Their defense is okay, but it's not obviously the best. So they might struggle in the knockout rounds later on. I would say they're going to get through the group, but they'll probably get knocked out in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually saying the same thing. They'll get through the group, hence they'll play against someone who would be in second place of another group, and I do think they'll go through the quarterfinals. And depends on the opponent here. They might go to the semis, but I think this will be the end of the World Cup run, the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. So so that was the last question for our Q&A. So again, thank you to everyone for your questions. As I said, we can't answer everyone's question because of time and stuff. And also a lot of you have submitted similar kind of questions. So
Yeah.
we're going to talk about that all now so these are the individual awards now. So we've got World Cup winner, top scorer, top assists, Golden Glove, the dark horse, and a shock exit. We'll just take it in turn for each one. So, top scorer first, guys. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Werner for Germany. I think he will get top scorer with especially with players like Ozil feeding and Draxler feeding him. So,
Possibly.
Martin, what do you think?
I think it might be an option that more people will choose, but I think Neymar will carry Brazil,
Mhm.
and I think he will win top scorer award.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's good. Jack.
I'll go Griezmann. I think he'll probably get top scorer.
Griezmann. So yeah, 3 different top scorers for you there, guys. Let us know who you think the top scorer
the
will
only
be.
way
Comment it in the group or something.
the only way Griezmann could be top scorer is if he scores like 10 goals in those 3 matches, because that's all he's playing with that shit con Dembele by his side.
That's your logic.
It's good logic, you'll see in a
Good
few
logic,
weeks.
good logic. Alright,
Yeah.
who do you think is going to get the most assists? Jack?
I'll probably go with Cruz.
That's not a bad choice, actually. So, yeah, I'm probably going to say, I'm going to go for German too. I think it's going to be Ozil. I think he'll just flourish in that team. He hasn't had the best of seasons, but with people. Obviously, with Werner in front of him, I think he'll probably get top score, top assists.
Yeah, I'm saying Coutinho for Brazil.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good.
I think he's gonna be the top assisting name up front.
Neymar,
Firmino, Gabriel Jesus, depends who plays. Yep.
This is a tough one now. I've got a question on my piece of paper here. I've still got a question mark by it because I'm not fucking sure of who the fuck's gonna get this. So I'm gonna let you start off, Martin. Golden Glove.
Golden Glove. Yeah, we touched on this a little before too because my top two keepers, if say Neuer wasn't injured, would be Neuer and ter Stegen in like top two in the world. But now I don't know who will start. I think if ter Stegen starts, he'll win. If Neuer starts, then I think someone else will. I don't think Neuer will perform as well as ter Stegen would. I'm not exactly sure on this one, but considering you'll see what I'll say in the next individual awards. I'm gonna go again for a Brazilian, and I'm gonna say Allison will win the Golden Glove.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Jack.
Yeah, I was gonna go with De Gea, but now that Spain have sacked their manager, I don't think they'll go very far in the tournament. So I'll probably go with Neuer.
I don't know. For fuck's sake. I'm just gonna say. I'm just gonna say Rui Patricio because he's probably gonna come to Wolves. So I'm just gonna say that because honestly, I don't know. I can't decide. Realistically, I'd probably say Neuer as well, Neuer or Lloris, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. So the next individual award is it's not an award. It's who do you guys think will be the dark horse of the tournament? So I'll start this one off. My dark horse for this tournament is Senegal. I believe they're going to get through their group, and I think they could get to the quarterfinals. Who knows? Further than that, maybe. I think their squad's absolutely brilliant. Senegal's mine. Jack?
Yeah, I'll go with Portugal. I know, obviously, they've got Ronaldo, but they haven't got one of the
Yeah.
at the tournament, so...
So
Yeah,
technically,
I'll
they would
go
be a
with-
dark horse, yeah. That's a good shout, that is.
Yeah.
Martin?
Yep. Well, I'm gonna agree with Bill. I've been saying for a long time that Senegal have an amazing team for the kind of country they are, and even before I saw the current squad, I considered Senegal a good team, considering names like is Demba Ba still injured?
Demba Ba, I don't think Demba Ba plays for Senegal.
Is he not Senegalese?
I don't think he plays for Senegal, no.
No, I know.
I don't think he's a...
I know he won't. No, I know he won't. I know he won't win this World Cup. But before that, yeah, he is Senegalese. But before that, when I thought that he will, I considered him as one of the good players, alongside his former Newcastle teammate Papis Cisse. I thought both of them would kind of be in that Senegal team. Yet even without them, the Senegal team looks amazing and probably even better than it would be with them. So
yeah, so they've got players like Keita Balde, they've got Sadio Mane, Moussa Sow, they've got the two Koulibaly, they've got the two Ndais, they've got Diafra Sakho, Kouyaté, they've got Idrissa
Oh
Gueye.
yeah, he's everyone knows I like West Ham, so I'm happy with that.
They've got Idrissa Gueye as well, so they have got a good team.
True.
Alright,
Who's the manager?
what was that, sorry?
The manager.
I have no idea who their manager is. Who's their manager? Oh, Cisse Aliou. I don't know who that is.
Aliou Cisse, I have no idea.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll move on now. Shock exits. Jack, you can start us off on this one.
Yeah, I was a little stuck on this, but I'll probably go with Colombia. They've got a pretty tough group. I just think out of the three better teams, I think they'll probably come third. So I don't know if it's a shock exit or not, but yeah, I'll just say Colombia.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I would say I'm gonna say I've said this for ages. I kind of briefly mentioned it at the start. I don't think Spain are gonna do too well. I don't think they're gonna get the group, especially now with the situation they have.
So Morocco.
Sorry.
I think Portugal and Morocco will go through, and Spain won't go through the group.
Ooh, that's.
And if you're listening, Donna, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. She's not gonna come on the show next week, is she?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, she could support England.
No chance.
She loves Japan.
You're just insulting her more now.
Dana also really loves Australia, so it's all good. That she has plenty of teams in the World Cup. Like it's okay.
Oh man. Martin, have you said your shock exit?
I haven't, but I'm actually gonna build it earlier with the goalkeeper one. I have no idea. I was gonna say Colombia earlier as well, but after thinking about it, I don't think that'll be the case. And some groups like Germany, Mexico, Sweden, and South Korea, like if Mexico won't be a shock exit, Sweden won't be either. But so, I don't know. I
Imagine,
don't know. I think
just imagine
possibly.
that Germany or Brazil are the shock exit. That would be crazy. That would be
Yeah.
insane, man. People wouldn't know what to think then.
No, I'm not sure, but possibly it could be.
Yeah, Argentina.
They have Iceland, Croatia, and Nigeria. Iceland and Croatia do have decent teams. Nigeria could cause problems. So I'm gonna say Argentina for the sake of it, for the
Okay.
sake of choosing a team. But yeah,
You're
I'm
saying
not sure.
Argentina for the sake of Messi being on there and you being a Real Madrid fan?
No, actually, if after Spain, I want Argentina to win it
Oh,
just
okay.
for him. Yeah, I hate Messi when he plays for Barca, but I love the man when he plays for Argentina. But it's just a fact that, like, I heard a stat. No one has scored a goal in an official match for Argentina for like 20 months other than Messi.
That's
And
crazy.
the goal that was scored before that was assisted by Messi.
Does that just show you that when Messi retires, Argentina are going to be absolutely shit?
So are Barca,
that-
man. So
I
are
think
Barca
so
gonna be
too.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Well, do you
Alright,
expect Dembele to fucking lead Barca?
the thing is, that Neymar should have been that guy, but oh well.
But he's gonna be leading
Might be
Real
Real.
Madrid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, let's move on now. So the last one, World Cup winner, Jack. Who do you think's gonna win the World Cup?
I'm torn between Germany and Brazil, but with Brazil's with their attack, I just can't go past them. They're so good.
I think Germany are gonna win the World Cup. I just think organization, structure is key. I think
Yeah.
you don't need to have the most amazing attack or
The discipline.
the discipline. I think that's why they're gonna win it because they're gonna be so mentally focused. They always are. I think they're just gonna
Yeah.
do it. So Germany for me, Martin.
No, I think with the most assists, top goal scorer, and Golden Glove individual always, I think I kind of pointed out. I also think Brazil will win. I back them. I hope Germany don't because even though they're mentally strong, they're boring to watch low key,
Yeah,
and they kind of remind me of my own team, Real Madrid.
yeah.
But no one does like Real Madrid other than Real Madrid fans. Same goes for Germany. So yeah,
That's a lot.
I think Brazil will win.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, Bayern fans like Germany, like fucking that retarded Kuwaiti bloke.
Okay, guys. We have come to the end of the show now. We'll be back with you next Wednesday. Today it was a great show. I'm sure all of you are looking forward to the World Cup. This will be out on Thursday, the day of the World Cup. So make sure you comment on the match thread that's going to be up. We're going to have match threads throughout the World Cup for every single game. So make sure you take part in that and tag all your friends onto that match thread. Right, guys, Jack Martin, it's been a good one,
And
man.
your
Yep.
yeah, it's been great.
Yeah. So
I'm so
next week we're hoping to get Dana on. But I don't know. I'm not sure she's gonna come on. So
There's low chances.
it could be Ojo. It could be Jack again. It could be anyone. We'll see. We'll let you know. But until then, guys, peace out.